Okay, what do we got?
We caught up with Gary Busey. He was just wandering aimlessly through Culver City. Hey, Gary!
Yeah.
You got a second to talk?
I got plenty of time. Oh no, what'd he say?
How the hell should I know?
Yeah, man, I think he's back on that stuff again.
Well, we did ask him about the new Point Break remake.
Is it a redo or are they making is it a part 2, Utah? See what I did there? Is this guy insane?
Do you think you're gonna be in it?
I have a previous commitment. A previous commitment? What, to have his teeth done again?
Previous commitment, what's that?
Oh, B somewhere else. OX is an oxtail. SC is in Scooby-Doo. O is in oh my. And RE is in remind me what the hell I'm talking about.
Hold on, did you just spell box score?
Start right now.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Howard Coward for box score.
Hello and welcome to the Box Score. I'm Brock here in sunny Los Angeles. The guys are joining us from Milford, Connecticut. It was a huge weekend in both sports and entertainment, but I'm sure all of you had your minds on today's studio guest. Seton, were you looking forward to Ronick's appearance today?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, he's always a blast when he comes in, and he's really a great ambassador for the game and a ton of fun, and plus, you know, somebody's getting hurt. So, yeah, it's pretty much wins all across the board.
Well, Ronick said that he's had over 800 stitches on his face. How many of you have gotten stitches? Paulie?
3, 2, 5, and 5. I can't add that up. That's about 15.
I've had a lot. I have one when I was a kid over my eyebrow.
One.
I split my lip while I was on the show. You guys were here for that. Remember that. I have a gash on my arm, and I broke all these fingers.
So that's one.
I've had stitches for various surgeries. Also got 12 on my left wrist. I was at my uncle and aunt's house trying to lift weights with a glass table behind me. Dropped it, slashed my wrist.
I had a lot of ear infections as a kid, so I had tubes put in a couple of times.
Oh, a stent. What,
You've overcome a lot, Seton.
one day at a time there, Seton. Let's take a look back at some of the damage JR has inflicted in his past visits to the studio. McLovin, you got a little punch in on Ronick. Then Paulie was checked into the wall. And who can forget Seton punching him hard in the jaw? Fritzy, did you know you were safe from suffering any bodily harm today since you're naturally fragile?
Yeah, I had a feeling, you know, Dan had said on a number of occasions he's concerned about me getting victimized, getting hurt in any way, so he's been overprotective. I had an opportunity to volunteer, but I thought better of it, and I decided to sit it out and not to have any further injuries to other non-work related things I've already gone through. So I kind of chickened out and played off to the side.
Well, before JR came into the man cave, the boss was getting a feel on which one of you wanted to be punished.
Who wants to get checked into the boards by Ronan? Seton?
I kind of feel like I'm owed one, or like he owes me. Like he should get to pop me now.
How much time do I have?
Oh. Apparently none.
Oh, Seton. See, I feel like if Fritzy had made that mistake, it would have been the entire focal point of the next 2 hours.
And the entire Box
Paulie and
Score
Seton
show.
would probably have a dramatic play.
Well, that's your
with
fault for not
props.
milking it.
Sound effects, all kinds of...
Yeah. Dan would probably, say...
yeah, that would get us through about the second hour of Wednesday's show.
Seton, it was just kind of cute.
Well, when it came time for Jeremy to inflict pain, he decided to take it a little easy on you guys. Seton, you seem to get a kick out of Paulie getting poked in the giblets here.
Yeah, well, it's not often that you see a legend sticking the tip of his hockey stick where the sun don't shine there on one of my cast members here.
Brock, that hurt way more than it looked like it hurt. I'm ready to get hit in the chin or the head. I don't volunteer to get hit in the giblets. And he just gave that little pop. But it was a direct hit. He is a sharpshooter.
Ronick called it the smoothie.
Yeah, it was a direct hit to the smoothie.
Now, did that affect your vocal cords today? Is that why your voice is hurting?
You'd think it would raise it up instead of bringing it down. But, you know, the tough part with today, in reality, was Ronick just had knee surgery. So he wasn't moving like the usual JR. So he took it easy on us. I think when he's 100%, we're 100% in trouble.
Okay, McLovin, you got into full goalie gear and wore leg pads upside down. I think that's why Roenick was quick to pick you out as his victim for the day.
For a lot of goalies, the way the goalies get hurt is if they come in like this and they hit them and they go down on them. On them. And
so you land
pretty
on 'em.
much, they have so much padding.
Uh-oh. That terrified me. I think it was the sound. I barely felt it, and he knew exactly what he was doing. But like a lesser athlete, that would have been really scary because if I wasn't wearing a pad, he would have snapped my skinny femur in half. Is that the femur?
Yeah.
Femur. I'm surprised he didn't raise it up. I thought he was going for your, even before you put the cup on, I thought he was going to go dead center and nail you in the.
Yeah. One thing I gotta say though, when Roenick pushed me to the ground, that was not the normal Jeremy Roenick strength. I'm not going to call the man out, but there was something like I almost had to take a pratfall because Roenick usually shakes my hand, and I am like done for the day.
He's being gentle with you.
But he did not. He's definitely feeling the knee surgery.
Well, there was more from McLovin later. He slowly attempted to get into the box. Once there, he got a little claustrophobic. Fritzy comes to the rescue after that. Seton, was this because Todd knows what it's like to get lightheaded from his sausage suit?
Yeah, no, but yeah, that brought back all kinds of wonderful memories, though, of poor Fritzy standing there in his sausage suit. Hey, come on, guys, I'm serious. You gotta get me out of this thing, guys. Come on, I gotta get out of here.
If I see anybody claustrophobic or look like they're short of breath or they're just in an enclosed place, I totally tapped into that Milwaukee sausage experience, and as fast as I can move, which isn't very fast, I try to come to McLovin's aid because that's just not a pleasant place to be when you feel like you can't breathe or you're stuck.
It reminded me of when Fritzy was in the sausage outfit and we weren't helping him.
Yeah, waiting for me to pass out altogether.
We're just getting started here on the box score. We'll see who's having a great time in Japan, and Seton thinks there's a hound in the man cave. We'll explain in just a moment. Welcome back to the box score. California Chrome is 2/3 of the way to the Triple Crown as he won the Preakness on Saturday. Paulie, do you remember a couple of years ago when I'll Have Another was headed to the Triple Crown and trainer Doug O'Neill broke the news on the show that he was scratched?
Yeah, that was one of the wilder weeks and days in show history. We had developed a relationship with Doug O'Neill and his horse, basically, over the past couple of weeks. McLovin shot a video there. He had been on the show a couple times. And that morning we got a note from somebody, I think it's Sports Illustrated, tipped us off that there may have been an injury to I'll Have Another. So we got a hold of Doug O'Neill. He didn't want to talk. Fritzy's trying to get a hold of him. He wasn't in the mood to talk. Then he handed over the phone to Dan. And we were over here doing a look-in and letting Dan talk to Doug O'Neill. And Dan comes over and says, horse is done. Horse is done. He's going to come on right now. So Fritzy calls him up. And Fritzy, we have about a minute left of the commercial break. And Doug didn't want to stay on the phone. But Fritzy's doing everything to keep this guy on the phone because as bad as we felt about the horse, as journalists, as a sports news show, we got to get him on to tell the story. So he put him on, and Dan broke the news. And it's rare that you have the principal of a story break news live on air, and that was a great day for us, not a great day for Doug and the horse.
Somebody get Paulie a hibernate quickly. Well, Doug was on the show again today and gave us an update on what I'll Have Another is up to these days.
Where is I'll Have Another now?
I'll Have Another is at Big Sky, Big Red farm in Japan, beautiful Japan, and breeding about 140 mares a year, and he's a happy camper.
Now, how long can they do this?
How long do the sessions take?
No.
Sorry, because
No.
I didn't want to admit that I enjoy watching them. That's weird.
That sounds like a day or a period of days well spent. He's just kicking it in Japan at the stables and impregnating mares, many a day. He's living the life. He's he almost won the Triple Crown, and he's just enjoying himself. That just sounds like a great way to.
I actually wanted to change the poll question today to see if Fritzy would rather be a living Todd Fritz. Currently, right now, life is exactly the same, or switch places with that horse. Because I think it's a toss-up right now.
Can you imagine
That's
that?
a tough debate.
You don't need a rap. You don't need you don't even need to be nice.
Just brought to you.
This is just like,
It's
that's
just
amazing.
No, they're just
I want the poll. Who's gonna get more retirement? I'll Have Another or Jeter?
Wow.
Seton, tell us about the Wheel of Punishment bet for the Triple Crown and what we can expect.
Yeah, this one's a little different, actually. It just sort of came out of nowhere, too, where we've got teams this year with the Triple Crown, and if California Chrome will win Belmont. Andrew and I are taking the field. Todd and Paulie are taking California Chrome with a Wheel of Punishment on, say, tandem version.
You know how the Wheel of Punishment usually has, Brock, multiple choices? I have the feeling the one for Fritzy and I will be one little sliver of something safe, and then 9 or 10 slivers of something that involves Fritzy being pantsless. Pantless.
Fingers crossed.
Everybody loses if that happens.
Oh, no. We also found out today that the man cave has its own little pony, or is it a hound?
Fritzy, could you do me a favor? That's Fritzy's cough.
Fritzy's cough sort of sounds like a hound dog. It goes,
yes.
He's been coughing. He's got a cold for the last like 3 weeks. So
What is that cough all about? See?
I got some.
I don't know why I decided to do that today, but it just reminded me. I heard there's like a little basset hound back there or something.
Yeah,
God, dang, dude, go to the doctor, bro.
Long overdue to find out if I got some kind of bronchial situation.
If you've got a bronchial
but,
situation.
Like every 37 seconds, some awful sound is coming out, and it's going to have to be addressed very quickly.
Well, Fritzy, thanks for giving Paulie SARS. The Preakness also produced this beauty of a shot, a selfie featuring Mike Tyson and Tom Brady. McLovin, we know you're the biggest snob out of all the Danettes. Would you be the first to jump at a photo op with celebrities?
I'm the last to jump at photo ops. Everyone here takes photo ops when celebrities come in. I do not.
Yeah, I actually think that I would be the first.
Yeah.
I'm shocked that I wasn't in that picture.
Yeah.
I wasn't even at the race.
Yeah, you see, for me, I'm just afraid to go up to these people, but I say, you know what? I'm too good. You know what? They should want to take a photo with me, but it's really just I'm not afraid. Paulie, don't you get nervous about going up and like doing that kind of thing?
I don't know. What's going to happen is I don't think someone's going to punch you in the face.
Security's not going to.
Yeah. I mean, Mike Tyson.
Reprimanded.
It'd be fun to be in there with Mike.
Well, how about each row shows us their selfie poses? Guys, take out your phones and take your best shot.
All right. I'll be the guy who doesn't want to be in it, the famous guy. Seton's going to be the excited fan.
This is going to take a while.
Yeah.
Done.
Okay.
Oh, Fritzy's showing how to
Okay,
should be all fine.
BlackBerry.
Fine,
Really
okay.
And as
selfie.
as they walk away. This is the first time Fritzy's using with selfie and it's about a picture.
Did it come out?
Oh boy.
Not really. Here, do another one.
There you go.
Oh my God. Let's take another one. That could not ever go in.
Oh boy.
Is it, oh my God.
Yep, there we go. We
Yeah,
nailed it.
beautiful. Take
We
notes
nailed
there,
it.
Kendall Jenner. That's how you run your Instagram. Coming up, it's time to battle for that all-important mock headline championship belt. It all goes down when we return.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Roenick, and you're watching The Box Score on Audience, DirecTV, Channel 239.
Welcome back to the Box Score. Big thanks once again for JR dropping by. Guys, it was another huge weekend filled with tons of material for a segment we love to bring Dan Nation every Monday. Time to put on your thinking caps as we bring everyone another edition of
Mock Headline Battle Royale.
I'll give you a headline, you give me a mock headline. First headline, California Chrome wins the Preakness. Let's start with the back row. McLovin.
Get your preak on. California Chrome dances to victory.
Very nice. Front row, Paulie.
Getting freaky with it. California Chrome wins a second leg.
There we go. Fritzy, what do you got?
Derivative.
A breath of fresh air, but will he step up to the barn and ring our Belmont?
Okay.
You're like all over the place.
Finally, Seton, your mock headline.
Too long.
Aw, freak out.
Le freak, says she.
Oh, second headline.
How am I going to cut that?
The family cat comes to the rescue as a boy gets attacked by a dog. Front row, Polly.
Pussy Riot. Kitten saves boy from dog attack.
Fritzy.
A new leash on life. Catastrophe averted, which would have been woof.
Seton.
It doesn't matter. It looks like somebody has 9 lives.
Oh, the crowd goes ugly.
So booing.
And finally, McLovin.
Am I allowed to say pussy whipped on camera?
Yeah.
You just did.
I just did Pussy Riot.
Pussy whipped.
No, why are they booing that? Pussy Whip is
bad.
great. Our third headline, Rangers rout the Canadians in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Fritzy, let's start with you.
Have not Montreal at home.
Seton, gather yourself. You're next.
Whoa, eh? What was that all about?
Okay.
Oh,
Back bacon row. McLovin, what do you got?
Canada sucks. Rangers win.
Wow.
What?
To the point. And Paulie.
Canadian outs. Montreal no-shows in Game 1.
Okay. Finally, our last headline. Brad Pitt tosses Matthew McConaughey a beer in New Orleans. Front row, Seton, please.
McConaughey, Brad Pitt, toss me a beer.
All right. Fritzy.
Studs and buds. These guys aren't exactly po' boys.
That's good. That's good.
Paulie.
McConaughey. Thank you, Fritzy.
Finally, McLovin.
What's the brouhaha? Brad and Matthew hanging out. What is this fake laughter?
Oh, front row wins.
Fake laughter.
The bell goes to the front row. Why don't we just toss that thing to him?
We did it.
Up next, we'll give viewers an exclusive look into Fritzy's hotel room during a recent trip to New York. You don't want to miss this, or maybe you do. We'll be right back.
Every year, the top football players in the land undergo an arduous journey that ends in the NFL Draft. The Danettes embark on a difficult journey of their own.
Every year before the NFL Draft, we have Drafts at the Draft, a huge party in New York City where fans come in from all around the country to hang out with Dan and the Danettes. It's a huge deal for the Danettes, but as the NFL Draft Insider on the Dan Patrick Show, it's extra special for me because I'm kind of a big deal.
I love the draft. The future of the NFL, we get to be there and see it. I love New York City, the great restaurants. What I usually do is fast before the draft for 4 to 5 hours to get ready to eat in New York City. Then I say goodbye to my wife and kids.
Bye. Good trip.
Yeah, I love my family, but I really love drafts at the draft.
I think there's a lot of question marks surrounding me heading into the drafts. Off-air concerns, maturity, celebrity, Hollywood lifestyle, likes to party too much. But I think the Combine helped me a lot. I know I trained really hard, and my 40 time surprised a lot of people.
Ready? Go.
So tell us how you prepare for drafts at the draft.
Really nothing out of the ordinary. I'm a creature of habit. I'll go into the hotel room, and before I even start putting any clothes away, I'll take my laptop out and my mouse and my notebook, get it all situated, get under the covers, take my computer and everything with me in bed, and then eventually order some Chinese food, and I'm ready to go.
After all the preparation, the sweat, the tears, the Danettes' journey ends. Party on, Danettes. Party on.
Welcome back to the Box Score. Guys, great recap of your experience during this year's Drafts the Draft. Rich, are you glad the public got to finally see how you relax in the hotel room?
I'm not so sure after seeing that. I'm normally a very private person, but there was an exclusive opportunity for the box score, so I made an exception. Got everybody a chance to get a little sneak peek into my exciting life in New York City when we take.
How awkward was it for you to be wearing pants in a hotel room?
It was extremely awkward. I knew I wanted to keep them off, but I was told for various FCC regulations and what's allowed and not allowed on this show and with this company, they said, throw something on. So I did that. That was a lot further than I wanted to go, having a camera in the hotel room. But for the box score, we'll do things like that.
Thank you for keeping it PG. Before we go, let's take a look at this smooth operator in Texas as this young kid pulled the switcheroo to get a lady's attention. What's the slickest thing you guys have done to get a girl's attention? McLovin, let's start with you.
I don't have to do anything slick. I'm on TV, Brock.
That's never happened for me. I've never done anything even remotely close to slick and have it involve a girl. I'm a complete doofus.
Yeah, I haven't done anything slick. I once wanted to date a French-Canadian tennis player at my college who had straight A's. She goes, well, I don't want to go on a date, but if you want to come over and study, I'll study. So I actually bought a book for a class so I could come over to her apartment and study, and then it worked out from there.
And before my first date with my wife, I had arranged, we had Derek Jeter booked as a guest on a show several years ago, and I probably did something very unprofessional and called his hotel room and asked him if he would call my wife's elementary school, and because she's a big Yankee fan and a big Jeter fan. So I think that helped win her over before we even went out on our first date to give her an opportunity to talk to Jeets.
Excellent, very nice. Fritzy, we found out that Bryant McKinnie isn't a big fan of paying for lap dances. If you left without paying, is that the the time you left without paying for those dishes?
I wouldn't equate the two. He certainly seemed to have had a lot more fun than I had about walking through a parking lot, realizing I saved like $50 on a set of dishes. But I would trade it if I had the money to pay up for the number of lap dances he had. I think I would trade the dishes for the lap dances in a heartbeat. He's way ahead of the game if you're going to sneak out on something.
McLovin, why are you shaking your head, bud?
First of all, I wouldn't have thought to make the analogy between Fritzy's dishes and Bryant McKinnie and the lap dances.
Let me ask Fritzy, have you walked out and paying for more dishes or had more lap dances in your life that you paid for?
I'm going to say very close. I probably lean towards the number of dishes that were in that particular...
How many lap dances have you had?
I would probably say less than 10.
Nice.
I'd say probably somewhere in the 7 ballpark.
Are you just saying that because there's litigation in the future that we need to know about? You're going to be sued?
No, there was a few in Vegas and a couple other cities around the country, but it was definitely under 10. But I enjoyed the ones I did have.
Yeah, be careful of the bouncers. They get angry when you don't do that, I know. Fritzy, who's on tomorrow?
Tomorrow, Reggie Miller will join us. He normally joins us on Monday, but he had a production meeting, so he'll be part of Tuesday's show. Wendy McClinton-Covey, who Dan made out with on the set of Blended, Adam Sandler's new movie, she'll be part of Tuesday's program as well.
Thank you, gentlemen, and thank you for watching The Box Score. Set your DVR or tune in weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, only on Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer. My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Hey, thanks for watching The Box Score. Holy cow!